Hello everybody, this is WarStory video vlog. I'm Alex and here is Dave White. Hello Dave.
Hey Alex.
Nice to meet you here at the SOS 2026. This is the music. How was your show?
Show was actually really good. We were worried because the show took place in January this year and not February. And then the snowstorm a couple days ago, that it might not be a good show and might be kind of slow, but honestly, this has been one of the best shows we've had in Kentucky. Buying was good, selling was very good. So I'm happy all the way around. We did pick up a couple pretty nice items.
And is it items that you picked up this show, right?
This show. These are from this show.
Can you tell us about your best findings here?
Early Destroyer by Schwerin and Tombach, really early piece. This is actually a really early make too. It's one of the first stamps, but just absolutely perfect gilding. All of the darkening is on the ship. I mean, the back side even has the full gilding and all the finish. It's just totally untouched, time capsule.
And I love Kriegsmarine badges because of they are like so shiny. And also gold on them when it's in mint condition is just awesome.
They pop. They pop. There's nothing you can't. There's just nothing that compares to it. It's like jewelry, and we've said this before. Another early Schwerin, but a minesweeper again with all the gold on the wreath, all the burnished highlights. It just, I mean, I don't know if you can get the sparkles in there, but the thing just it glitters.
It'll show close views, and people gotta enjoy it.
Again, the backside mint. Unworn.
That's very cool.
It's just a really nice early J1 pilot badge. J1 is Junker. We use the term J1 for the first pattern, Junker. Thin wreath. Again, a lot of the finish is on the wreath on this. It's not mint like the other ones per se, but Junker's finish wore very easily. So finding them with good finish on the silver, it's a nice thing to have. The bird has almost all of the antique silver. And this one's actually named, which is, it's nice to see.
That's cool. It's always good to see when it's a kind of personalization. It probably not costs much more, but it's definitely more historical.
It makes, and also makes it more desirable. No, it doesn't always add value, but it does make it more appealing, if you will.
More desirable.
This is one of my favorite finds of the show. This is a Condor Legion Panzer badge, and this is for the Panzer crewmen who volunteered for the conflict in Spain from 1936 to 39. So there's three makers for these. It's Schickler, Maybauer, and Junker. The two hardest ones to find by far are Maybauer and Junker. This is a Maybauer. Absolute textbook construction, Tombach stamp, silver finish with good silver left. The Maybauer used this really delicate barrel hinge with a needle pin and just a little round wire catch. Super rare badge. I have only had a few of these.
That's cool. That's cool. Most of them are fakes, even in this hole. I mean, 95%.
Yes. Honestly, I think I've only owned 4 or 5 of Maybauers. Or the
I've never had
combined.
one, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I've never owned the Schicklers before, but they're easier to find. So.
That's cool. And the cream one, this is a killer. This is a stone mint and issued. And
this is another one that's just stone mint. This is what they look like. It's stamped from steel with a bronze wash, but this has a protective lacquer, and that lacquer usually wears off really easily. Even when it's in like, you know, a case and like stored or moved to show. If it has cloth that's rubbing over it, the lacquer eventually will wear. Yeah. Especially over 80, 90 years. But this one has, I mean, this is a time capsule. Textbook back.
Yeah,
I
like it.
Perfect.
Like it. But it costs a lot because now, in our days, like items in mint condition has like such a big premium, but it makes sense because it's really rare and people compete to each other. If someone has just a badge and someone has mint badge, he's like, cooler,
it's a huge difference.
Yeah, and last couple of items is a Panzer and GAB.
This is Luftwaffe ground assault badge. This is pretty much the infantry assault badge for the Luftwaffe. 99.9% of them are made of zinc. This is a pretty desirable maker though. It's a Mook 5, has a wide pin. I'll show you here in a minute. But I grabbed this one. This one's really nice. Has almost all the finish on the wreath and all the darkening on the cloud and the lightning bolt. Separately attached eagle. These zinc badges, they generally didn't hold their finish, so finding them in this condition it's difficult. This is one of the reasons why it's so desirable, because it has that wide pin with three rivets. It's just a really nice, clean badge.
And actually, zinc as a base metal doesn't hold silver wash well. But let's tell difference between silver wash and plating.
It's like an electroplating. It's thicker, more metallic. It adheres to it, much like silver-plated like utensils, forks, etc. Electroplating doesn't evaporate either. Whereas this, the wash, it can actually evaporate from the zinc if the temperature and the humidity are not right.
Okay.
You'll see it on some badges, especially on the back, that they'll get this tiger striping.
Yes.
You'll see silver and then the bare zinc, and it makes this really weird design. And that's the wash, just, we call it evaporating, but it's just really deteriorating off of it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Some technical details. And also the last one is a Panzer SL badge.
This is known in the collectors community as the Porsche Panzer badge. That's the nickname, but the maker is Junker. These are the earliest Panzer badges that were given out, the earliest ones made. So they're stamped out of just a solid nickel silver planchet. The earliest ones did not receive finish. A little bit later, they finished them. These were given to the guys that participated in Poland and France. Typical Junker construction, you know, sheet metal hinge, soldered directly to the badge with a tone back catch. Again, soldered directly to the badge.
And it's never marked, right?
These are never marked.
Yeah.
Never marked.
So it's not a defect.
And honestly, for those who want one Panzer badge, that's the one. It's the best design.
But it costs like 3 prices of regular one.
It's actually a bit more than that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 3 to 4 actually.
Yeah. But it's very desirable. I love it actually.
You know, we used to find these quite a bit at the shows, but now, if one of us finds one at this show, I'm actually happy to hear it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times none of us find any.
Yeah, most of them I saw on the auctions and different auctions, and it goes like up to the sky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And some other things you have here, and please show this guy, because I was confused the first moment. Yeah, tell us.
So this is the special red presentation box. This is actually one of my favorite buys. I'm going to hold on to this one for a bit. So these were given out, like by Hitler, to recipients who received the Knight's Cross, the Iron Cross First Class, and the Second Class all at the same time.
Wow.
It's a very, I mean, you can imagine there's not many special cases where it was like, we're going to hand these out. But the construction on this thing, I mean, the much different than your normal Knight's Cross case, with the big embossed eagle and the red leatherette and then the red velvet.
And when you get home, you're gonna feel it by.
We're gonna try.
Pieces, right? Yeah. Can you shoot me a picture of items inside? You know, I want to see.
I can feel it. They may not be the right crosses. So the ones you need for it are Godet, because this is actually, these are made by Godet and put together. So you need really 21 marked Knight's Cross, First Class, Second Class, which are all very hard to find.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
The box.
And how many of them? How many of sets like that has been issued, awarded?
I don't know the exact numbers.
But not too
I
much.
could tell you that they are
very rare.
They are extremely rare.
Yeah. And this one is interesting. This is gorgette, and can you tell us about it?
So this is a Hitler Youth Leader gorgette. This one actually was brought to us to our table about 2 hours ago. So we really recently picked this one up.
Cool.
Extremely rare gorgette. I think I've only had one other.
And the back is original also.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's very impressive design of Hitler Youth stuff. Yeah, you gotta impress kids with the design.
It has the bond number on the top, which is, I can't remember, 386.
really
So you can
insane.
actually look up that bond and figure out what town that was at.
I know there is one very expensive, but the bond was Hitler's town hall.
town.
Yes,
Yeah.
town hall. So yeah, but this one I like it. Like finishing and everything was untouched. Yeah, and
Untouched.
you can just
Never
like one
cleaned.
looker piece. Yeah, you gotta say
Very
it
nice
in English
piece.
correctly.
And the chain matches the gorgette so well because the chain is patinaed as well, like the gorgette.
Yeah.
So you know the chain's never been replaced.
Yeah, I like it. Congratulations. I don't want to ask how much did you pay because you know it's like kind of just ask how much is it now. Swallowtail.
These are some of my favorite. I really like the standards of the Third Reich.
Yeah.
Like DEs, swallowtails, 4x4s. I just think when I first started collecting, I had no interest in them. But as as things grew and I got into it more and I started seeing these, the detail and the craftsmanship on these is just, it's out of this world.
And it's like not too many of them. It's like, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred of them all over the world, not much more. And
No,
most of them are in collections of very powerful people who don't want to sell it
Yes.
like next maybe 50 years.
Yeah.
So only few of them just floating around.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's
But I
cool.
like these, the swallowtails. You know, these come in much bigger versions, the 4x4s, which are real big, hard to
Yeah.
display. But I like these the best because
That's
you
true.
could put them on a wall real easy.
That's true. The same with like a Kriegsflags. You wouldn't be able to display like a really big one.
Right.
Yeah, but this one is nice, and this is a red color, which means it's artillery one. And have you ever had the artillery one?
I've had a few artillery.
I think a couple of years ago we filmed the Panzer Swallowtail,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that was impressive too. So congratulations, that's a great found. I
Thank
also
you.
found some stuff that I picked up from the show, from the people here, and also some stuff I just found here during the like hunting, and that's very impressive. I'm glad guys moved to the bigger hall. Probably other dealers gonna be participate us next years, and we are not just collectors, we are dealers also. So don't hesitate, visit our websites Empire Past and alexmp.com, and we can show you more pieces. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask in comment section, and probably I can visit you soon and we can do more videos or tutorials or something, because it's fun, helpful, and I know you guys gonna appreciate that. Thank you, Dave, for having me, and thank you for the show and this display and this video.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you guys.
Well, the guy that bought it.
And you guys, thank you guys for watching this video until the end. Have a good one and see you real soon.